welcome to my channel. This is the May 2020 wrap-up and stats video. Okie dokie. So this is a May wrap-up and stats video. As you guys know, this video is super quick. It's just the stats and my favorite part, top 5 reads for the month. But yeah, make sure you check the time stamps down below if there's a special section that you are looking for specifically down there. Also, at the end, make sure you stay to the end so that you can see the slideshow of all of the covers of the books that I read for the month in chronological order and tagged by weeks, so that you can go down in that description box, like I said before, and check out the weekly reviews if there is a book cover that interests you. So let's just get into the stats for the month of May. It was my first month in quarantine because if you didn't know, I'm about to tell you that I got fired on like the last day of April, which y'all are still loving that video, by the way, because I spill lots and lots of tea on that company. But I've been in quarantine for the entire month of May, and I read 45 books, which, now that I think about it, wasn't all that great, because I've had other months where I wasn't in quarantine, and I've read more books, but 45 books this month, and that breaks down to 18 audiobooks and 27 ebooks. Now, I will say that them 27 ebooks is fire, okay? I don't usually read a whole bunch of ebooks, but this month I was getting down with the ebook. 17 of those books were ARCs. Obviously not the, that's out of the 18 ebooks. Where am I going with that? Anyways, let's talk about some ratings, some star ratings. So, I DNF'd 2 books this month. Why did I do that? I DNF'd 2 books this month. I had 0 1-star books. I had 1 2-star books. I had 7 3-star books. I had 21 4-star books. And I had 14 5-star books to choose from for my top 5. It was a hard one. It was a hard one. For Blackout 2020, which is the category in which I talk about the Black authored books that I read during a month. It's a staple in these wrap-ups. Just saying. I read Queen Move by Kennedy Ryan, Blame It on the Billionaire by Naima Simone, Guarding Temptation by Talia Hibbert, Real Men Knit by Kwana Jackson, Someone by Kendra, Danielle, and Xeni by Rebekah Weatherspoon. For Readathons, I participated in the Light versus Dark Romance Readathon, which I co-hosted with my romance buddies, May the 1st through the 3rd. I did a vlog for it, so that will be down in, it's either in the cards or down in the description box, so you guys can go take a check on that one. And I also participated in Contemporary-a-thon weekend version, which happened May the 22nd through the 25th. And if I did a vlog for that, I will put it down in the description box. On to bookish news. I had a bookish video called Married Couples or Marriage video over on the Read List channel, so go check that out if you are looking for a few married couples or marriage romances. I give some recommendations over there on that channel. On to bookish events. There weren't any bookish events because we're in COVID and nobody's doing any mass gatherings. However, the Loyalty Bookstore has been putting on virtual date nights with Alyssa Cole, and they are bomb. They are bomb. So I will leave the link for Loyalty bookstores down in the description box, so if you would like to participate in some of their date nights or in some of their virtual events, you can go check them out. Now, time for my favorite part of this video, which is where I talk about my top 5 reads. Like I said, I read 14 5-star books this month, and it was a hard choice for some of them. Some of the other ones just had to love on these books just a little more. Just a little bit more for the month and tell you guys to go read these books. So the first book, they're not in any order of precedence of how much I love them. I just love them. So, first book I'm going to talk about is Queen Move by my realistic queen, Kennedy Ryan. I loved this book. I actually got to ARC read this book before everyone else with the ARC team, stuff like that. And can I just tell you, this book is flippin' amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It is a spin-off from the All the King's Men series. However, you don't have to read the series to love and be pulled into Kimba's world, because Kimba and Ezra are amazing characters. You go from their childhood of when they meet as babies all the way to them as adults and have had life experiences and are dealing with life experiences, and it is so good. And it is just a beautiful, culturally rich, just amazing book that you guys need to go check out, especially if you are a older Black woman. Go read this book, because Kennedy is gonna speak to you. She gonna speak to you in so many different areas, issues, things that we're going through. She spoke to me. She spoke to me. And then for Ezra's character, she spoke to me about what my child may go through when he gets older. And just, yeah, go read this book. Go read this book. I cannot stress it enough. Go read this book. You need to do it. The next book I'm going to talk about is One Moment Please by Amy Dawes. This book was so light and beautiful and sexy and fun, and just, this woman is writing her paper to become a doctor, and she finds solace, because Amy likes to find solace when she's writing at a tire store. Well, this character finds solace in writing in the hospital cafeteria. Well, there's a doctor there that's not very nice. Not very nice at all. But he's fine. He's hot. He's yummy. Just want to eat him up. But he's rough around the exterior. Well, they're out at the club one night, and well, one thing leads to another. Yep. Then we got a pregnancy. And then we have to deal with personal issues and this pregnancy and togetherness. And it was just everything that I needed right at that moment. It made me laugh. It made me cry. It has my heart. I really loved this book. The next book that I'm going to talk about is Winter's Arrow by Lexi C. Foss. This is part of the Sinister Fairy Tales collection. And y'all know I love me some Sinister Fairy Tale collection. This was amazing. Amazing. It is a fairy tale retelling, reimagining of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in a dystopian, paranormal world, land envisionment, and it was glorious. So glorious to the point that I went and started reading the rest of the books. This is actually the 3rd book in her X-Clan series. Was I spoiled for anything? Hell no. Hell no. Do I want to read more? Hell yes. Oh yes. Very much so. It has wolves, it has shifters, it has it was just amazing. So amazing. My top 5, you could just do a drinking game and say amazing. Amazing! Amazing! So good. The next one I'm going to talk about is Another by Fiona Cole. This is part of the Voyeur series, and although I had issue with our main character revamping or rehashing the things from her past a little too much, if I had read this as a standalone, I would have loved this book. Like, oh, it is my favorite of the series, of the Voyeur series. I will be going back to reread this one again. So you have a character who has been jilted, and she goes on a blind date boudoir session and finds that she's attracted to her partner in that session. Well, they end up getting pregnant. But since they've only exchanged first names, they can't find each other. He ends up dreaming about her, but can't find her. She ends up pregnant, but can't find him. Is like, that's all good. Strong woman power. Yes, I'm going to do this baby thing on my own. But then what happens when you find each other was such a beautiful storyline as well, and just loved this book. Loved this book. And then the final book that I'm going to talk about in my top 5 is Undercover Bromance by Lyssa Kay Adams. Now, I read this as an ARC and really enjoyed it, and I had been putting it off because it was getting so much hype. So much hype. So I put it off. And since I had my art copy and it had already been released, I listened to it as an audiobook. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. The character in this one is the sister from the first book. And in the first book, I wasn't a big fan of this character. Now she has her own story, and I was like, okay, I see you. I see you. I see where you're coming from, my love. And our male character, he was like, just, I was so enamored by him. So enamored. And I loved the way that Lyssa Kay Adams handles the social topic that she ended up inserting into the storyline in a way that was mysterious and thoughtful and engaging and not fading to either side, not victim blaming, not, you know, it gave Survivor, like, relevance, I guess you could say. But it portrayed survivors as people, as relevant. It provided empathy and, you know, all of that. Just, I think she handled the social topic so well, and I really enjoyed this read. Okay, so those are the stats, everything like that. If you don't need to hear my outro, you can skip ahead to the slideshow, check out those covers, because there are some good ones. Like I said, I can only talk about 5 for my top 5, but there are 9 other ones in that slideshow that you can go check out. Alrighty, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. There's a recommendation form down there. You need the title of the book, the author of the book, the genre and book in which you think it falls under. Leave me your name so that I can shout you out if I end up reading it. And my coffee. Link is down there. My affiliate link for my Amazon store is down there. Help me out. Use those links, guys. Use the description box. Make sure you're checking it. If you missed anything, description box, timestamp, you know, all of that sprinkled goodness down there. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long. that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would, I would, I would, I would. We talk on the phone every night. Love to hear your voice, not sleeping well. And I know that you're right, but you should know it. You've been gone for way too long now. If I can lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would. Even if you're gone, I won't forget you. You're all I know, what I need, and that ain't changing. And even if you're gone, I will remember. You're all I know, what I need, and that ain't changing. If I can lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would. If I can lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would.